Hi, it's the Love Guru Blair, and today I want to talk about how I wimped out. I wimped out. And maybe this is what you are doing with your gifts too. Maybe you're wimping out also, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So, let me give you some context on how this came about. I am an artist. Now, this is not something that I openly say. This is actually like maybe the first time I've actually really said it. I'm an artist. This is the first time I've owned it. I'm an artist. Yes, I'm a writer. You've probably read my writing. I put it on the blog. I like making videos. You're watching one of my videos now. I have always made videos. Ever since I was a little kid, I always loved making videos, and I would love putting on little skits, dance skits, and all different types of things. And I would grab family members and friends, and I would give them a part to play. I would always be telling people what to do, and then we would be filming it, but I would be directing it all. And this is something that really lights me up. Now, okay, I'm also a painter. I like to draw. I used to write songs. I'm actually getting back into that. So there's all these things, I used to do pottery all the time. I used to make mosaics. There's a lot of things that I do. I'm a very creative person. And again, when you're listening to this video, I want to see how you can relate, because I always teach through my experiences. But this is really your stories too. I want you to connect them. Okay, I'm listening to Blair's story, but how does it relate to my life? We're going to get to that. So are you an artist too? Because most, if not all, of my students are artists. They're artists in one form or the other. Singers, writers, photographers, all different types of things. I'm sorry if I'm like missing you, and I know you, and I work with you, and I forgot what you do. But everybody is very creative, and these are one of the gifts that you're given by God to do out in the world. Now, maybe you're meant to make money off of it, and maybe you're not. Who knows? Okay, yesterday I taught at the beach. Every 2 weeks, I teach spirituality at the beach. So if you're in South Florida, you're invited to come along, to come join us. And the message that came through yesterday, because every time before I teach, I tap in and I say, what would be most important for me to share with whoever's coming down? I tap into the energy of who I know is coming. And I share what Spirit wants me to share. Rather than me going down with my own agenda, I just show up with like a blank slate. Like I literally do not know what I'm teaching until I'm there, until I open my mouth. It's true. And this is just something that I came to. This is one of my gifts that I came to just trust, to be able to trust my connection with Spirit, to be able to trust my ability to channel. So, and again, I'm sharing this because this is going to become your way of living, that you're just going to trust yourself and trust Spirit, that you're just going to let whatever out there. So one of the messages that came through, because not only is it a message for my students, Spirit has a message there for me too, something for me to be paying attention to. So what I was sharing, one of the messages yesterday was about whatever it is that you are passionate about, that you enjoy, you take little steps to get it out there, to put it out there, and you walk through your fears. Whatever fears and insecurities you have about getting it out there, you take little baby steps to get out there. Now, after this event ended, I was laughing to myself because I said, okay, angels and guides, I know that was one of the messages for me too, because just the day before, I was drawing and painting this guy, my turtle. And these are shells. I don't know if you could tell them, but this is what I have been doing over the last, I don't know, maybe couple months, year, is I have been drawing what I call now totem animal art. Very original name, right? So it's manifestation art, because what I do is this past year, I've been really working with the animal kingdom, or actually they've been working with me. And I think I've always had a connection to nature, but just again, over this last year, it's been more extreme that animals have been coming into my life to give me their gifts, their support. You know, some people call it like animal medicine, totem medicine. And they have been helping me on my path of getting out there and doing my divine mission. Because I have been doing my divine mission for over this last year. I don't know exactly when it started. I have to like look up the dates because I keep track of all this. And actually, it's on blairsland.com because I have been documenting all this stuff on Blairsland about my journey of getting out there and finally being ready to be stepping into this bigger role in my life that I know that I've meant to be doing here my whole life, and I've been like pussyfooting around, not ready, insecure, fearful, and all this stuff. So I have been writing about that on blairsland.com, and if you feel like, hey, I want to get over my fears, I want to get over my insecurities of sharing my gifts with the world, and stepping into this like bigger position and what I know, because you came to this world to be you came here on a mission. You came here to do something. You're not here just to hang out. Yeah, you can enjoy life. Yes, you are supposed to enjoy life. You came here to do something. Are you doing it? Are you doing it? Are you in that role? And I've known for a while I haven't been in that role, and it has been pissing me off. It has really been pissing me off that I have not been doing what I came here to do. And I was preparing myself. It's not like we go from A to Z. You have to prepare yourself. And I've had a lot of healers along the way that have helped prepare me because we don't need to do this on our own. There's support there for us. So are you reaching out for support? Do you know that you're here for a mission? You're getting older. You're not going to be here forever. You have to step into your role. I mean, that was like a fear for me, and I think it still is that I know I'm here for something. I need to get my ass out there and do it before I'm too old and before I'm out of here on this earth plane. So, do you have this fear too? Because this is common amongst many of us light workers that we know we're here for something, and there's that push, get out there, do it, get yourself ready. So back to my story here. It's a long video, just to stay tuned because there's good stuff going on here. So I have been working with the animals, and I have been drawing them, painting them. And this is something that I've been keeping very private. In some of my videos, you might see some of my artwork. I have a labyrinth that I made out of shells that I have hanging up behind a lot of my videos. You see that. That's more like of my conservative art. This is more of my vulnerable art, right? So maybe you can relate. So yesterday at this beach talk, again, if you're in South Florida, you're invited. You should get your ass down to the beach and join us. It's really not a big deal, and you could hide in the background. I'm not going to make you stick out because I know what that's like. Anyway, so I was talking about, you know, if you're a writer, getting your work out there, even if it's on a blog that you're anonymous, that no one knows who you are. And it's just about taking these little steps and walking through the fear, So that's how I wimped out. Was because I had drawn my turtle. This is one of my totem animals, the sea turtle. And I write different things under, like a lot of my artwork has like writing on it. So it says like, use water and earth energies to create flow in your life. The art of grounding. Turtles have to do with grounding. And that's a lot of stuff that I work on. And a lot of stuff that I teach my students is about grounding, and that's how we manifest, when we ground this powerful energy. Slow down. Faster is not always the best way to reach your goals. And I love these messages that the turtle has for me because, and maybe the turtle has for you too, maybe the turtle is one of your totem animals. Because I get busy in this I get so passionate, I get so busy, let me do. And the turtle's like, slow the fuck down, right? That's not the best way to reach your goals. Let us work with you. And I go through, that's something that I'm learning also. I've been learning it for a while, to be balancing, letting the universe do for me and me doing. And sometimes I get a little bit uneven on one side or the other. And then the final thing is use the earth energies rather than your own to accomplish. And I love that. And that is something that has really been like shining to me. You know, because I talk a lot about developing your psychic gifts, and I'm clairvoyant amongst everything else. I have all my psychic, like clairvoyant, claircognizant, whatever, everything, you know. I have all of those. Like I could hear, I could see, I could feel, I know, what are the other ones? I don't know. I feel like this is a test. Are you giving me a test? So when we're talking about psychic things, use the earth energy rather than your own to accomplish. That is the message for me these days. And that is what this totem is helping me with. The turtle, the lovely turtle, is helping me like tap into earth energy to be creating. You don't have to use your own force. You don't have to use your own energy, because I tend to get tired. I put myself out there and then I'm like, ah. And this is all the learning experience, to be tapping into Mother Earth, to be doing our will out into the world. So this is exciting stuff to me. I'm sure you can tell. Like I love this stuff, and no, obviously that's what I teach. So I love this stuff. Anyway, I did this 2 days ago, and I was thinking that night, hey, I'm going to share this on my Facebook page. I'm going to share a picture of my turtle friend, and I had this new vision for my life that I was like, hey, I used to be an artist, which I still am. I always have been, but I have never called myself that because there was an embarrassment factor about that. And I said, the new vision for my life was like, wouldn't that be cool that I do X, Y, and Z, part of Love Guru's stuff, teaching and healing and writing and all this stuff, but what if 1 day a week or twice a week, I'm working in my art studio? I used to have that dream, to have an art studio in my home. And I gave it up. You know, why did I give it up? Why do we give up our dreams, right? That's something to think about. And I know the reason why. I'm not going to give you the answer. You got to figure it out for yourself. But I gave up that dream, that vision. But it came back to me the other night before I was teaching on the beach. It came back to me. I said, number 1, I'm going to share my turtle creation on Facebook. Number 2, I like that vision of having an art studio in my home, and I want to have that again. Number 3, maybe I'll start selling my work. Oh my God, start selling my artwork? That's something that totally freaks the shit out of me. It excites me, but it also freaks me out because it makes me very vulnerable. My artwork is a very intimate part of me. And again, can you relate to this? Whether you're a painter or a sculptor or a writer or a singer, can you relate to this? I know that you can. So I was afraid. So what happened? I was so excited about this at night. I was going to post it, but then I woke up in the morning and I was looking at it and I said, I don't know, I went to go take a picture and it didn't look as good in the picture as it does in real life, right? That's my insecurity. Hey, this looks better in person. And it does. But I said, I'm not going to post it. It doesn't really look so good. And I had those fears and those insecurities take over me, and I didn't post it. And that's how I wimped out. And then I went to talk on the beach that night, and that message came through for Spirit amongst many other messages about doing your divine mission. And I was encouraging my students, like, you need to take a little step and put yourself out there and walk through the fear. And I was smiling because it was like, Blair, you got to do this too. Because I walk my talk. There are some people out there that love teaching, but they don't really do what they teach. And I know that my people can sense that, because I've always been able to sense that with people when they're like, you know, you have the bullshit meter, like, you know, when someone's full of shit. Well, I've always had that also. I could watch someone's video, or I could hear someone speak, or I could read someone's writing, and I know something's not right there, what they're saying. And that's something that I really, it's something I really admire about myself. It's something that I really like about myself. So I said, Blair, you're putting your artwork out there. And this was a very uncomfortable thing for me, but I'm already walking through it, so it's no big deal now, you know? But it was a big deal before. You get it? So there's my turtle. I'll show you my other stuff. And let me tell you something, actually, before I go do this, is that I don't know where this is going to take me. When you share your gifts, you don't know where it's going to take you. You just do it. Am I going to actually sell my artwork? I don't know. Are people going to actually buy it? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about any of these things. But you just do it because it is in your heart, it is you, and you're here to express. I'm here to express myself. And that means in every way. So it's not like I express myself with Love Guru by writing or by talking. I express myself through artwork. That means I share that with you too. There is no more hiding parts of my life anymore. Even though I know that a lot of people think that I share a lot, and I do share a lot. There is a lot of stuff that I keep very private. But I don't need to be. Why was I keeping my artwork private? Because I was embarrassed. Because people said things to me along the way to make me feel like I wasn't good enough, or I wasn't the best artist, or whatever. But fuck that. I define myself. I say what I'm sharing with the world. I decide if my work is good. That's it. And that is what I am hoping to inspire and to share with you. That you are the one who decides what you share and if your stuff is any good. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of your gifts. And who cares what anyone said to you along the way if they made fun of things? Getting a little bit emotional. Like emotional as in like I'm holding back tears. Oh my goodness, like was this even expected when I turned on the recorder here, this video? So who cares what somebody said to you about your artwork or about your writing or about your singing or your songs? You share it because it's you. You share it because that's your gift with the world. That is how you're honoring God. Because you got these gifts, you're an expression of God, and then you're sharing it back. So who knows how your stuff affects other people, and who knows if it's going to make you money, or if it's going to make you rich and famous, and if it's going to make you who knows what. But you put it out there, you take the step. So I hope that this video inspires you to take the step, because this was not easy for me. I've been sharing my writing for a long time. That was never scary to me, because the way that it came into my life, it came into my life to be sharing through my website, maryblair.com. And you could read about that story. That was like a kind of a magical thing that happened, that my writing was out there, and then it changed over the years and I started channeling in my writing. So that was nothing that I took a leap of faith that I was scared about. The same thing with videos. I was never afraid to share videos because I've been doing it my whole life, and it's never been a big deal for me because I like making videos. It's a lot of fun for me. But things that are scary for me are sharing my artwork. I dance also. That's something I'm getting back into. Not like ballet or anything professional, but I dance because it feels good, and I like dancing really crazy and stupid, and it makes me laugh. So that's my kind of dance now, and that's scary for me to share, to just go to where everyone's dancing normal and for me to dance weird, because I think it's so funny. And the other thing is for me to, to start writing songs again, and I want to get out there and sing. Am I trained professionally to sing? No. Is my voice so good? I don't know. But this is something that my soul craves to express itself. And this is what's going on probably for you too. So you do it, you step through those fears, you step through those insecurities because you know you have to, because you want to, because it's you. Because it's you, because it's what you're supposed to do here. You're not supposed to be ashamed of any of your gifts. Let's just remove that. So I am sharing my artwork with you, and I'm sharing the works that I'm proud of and the ones that maybe I'm a little bit embarrassed of. So first off, I have a peacock. This was like my first totem animal that I drew. I'm talking about like not ever, but this was one of the first totem animals that I started that was like, hey, why don't you draw it? My peacock, and I love it. And this was before I started, writing turtle, writing peacock on it and the messages. But so that's one of them. Then I drew my owl, which I actually love this guy. Owls have been with me for a while. This is my owl, and it's clairvoyance, instincts, magic, and wisdom. And owls have, like I said, owls have been one of my totems for a long time, and I love them. I love my owls. Then we have Hawk, which is one of my newer ones. He's been around with me for a couple of months. And I love the hawk too, and I see the hawk all the time. I have to draw a snake. Snake has always been in my life, but I'm a little bit hesitant on drawing the snake because I think it's going to come out kind of funny looking. The hawk, let's see, keys to higher levels of consciousness. The key to higher levels of consciousness, a greater intensity of energy within your life, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual forces will be strong within you. It has to do with the base chakra, which so does the turtle. So as you can see, I work on a lot of base chakra things, and that, again, is what I work with my students a lot, too. You are aware of and working towards fulfilling your life purpose. Ha-ha, divine mission, same word, same thing. So there's the hawk, and that came around me a couple months ago. And then one of my newer totems, which he's been around before, but he's back again, and I wanted to draw him to honor him, is my frog. And I'm a little bit embarrassed of this picture because he looks like a little sea monster. I didn't do such a good job drawing the frog. It was a little bit harder drawing a frog, and I kind of edited. Whatever, I'm not making excuses. Don't make excuses for your work. And the frog is, because I'm leaping forward. It is my time to shine, and I'm leaping forward, and these have been messages that have come to me, and that I call this manifestation art. It's totem animal art, but it's also manifestation because these guys help me. They help me, that's so kind of them, move forward in my life. And I'm sure that they're helping you too. It's just a matter of getting educated on how they're helping you. And again, I'm happy to help teach you about this stuff because I love my animal friends. So the frog has to do with metamorphosis, personal power. You guys have been hearing me talking about personal power a lot, in touch with your emotions, and cleaning negativity from the environment. So I shared it. I shared it all. I shared the pieces that I'm proud of and the ones I'm a little bit embarrassed of and the ones that maybe don't show up so great on camera and all of that, because this was the message from Spirit to me. And I always encourage you guys, again, I've been teaching a lot about following the signs, to my students, my private students, and the ones that come to the beach gatherings when I give talks. I've been talking a lot about following the signs. So that was a sign for me that I needed to share. And I did. I did it. Yay! So now I get these bonus points from Spirit. I get like all these boosts, these points. I'm winning the game. And I want you to win the game too. So take a leap that you're stepping through one of your fears today. Take a leap that you're stepping through one of your insecurities. And it doesn't have to be that you're doing a video. It doesn't have to be something big, but just a little thing so that you get some brownie points, some bonus points, some gold points from Spirit as well. And you will feel so good too, because what did I do? I just expanded my soul by doing that. By me not sharing, I was contracting. I was shrinking. I was being wimpy. And that's not who I am. So it felt very uncomfortable. And that's not who you are. You're not a little wimpy person. So let your spirit expand. Let your soul expand by putting yourself out there, by walking through your fears. Little baby steps. It's all what it takes. So I hope this video was helpful for you, and I wish you the best in love. Bye-bye.